Good day everyone. Today we will be talking about vectors. So a vector is a quantity that has size and direction, and it is represented by arrows. The direction is indicated by the head of the arrow, and the size is indicated by the length of the arrow. Let's look at this vector on an xy plane. This vector is called AB because it starts at A and it finishes at B. Notice that the arrow is over AB to denote that this is a vector. A is the tail of the vector and B is the tip of the vector. Sometimes instead of writing the vector as AB, we can denote this vector as a common bolded letter. Let's call this vector P. Vectors are written as a column vector xy, where x is the horizontal distance from the tail and y is the vertical distance to the tip. So in this example, if we start at the tail, we move 4 units to the right and then 3 units upwards. This vector is 4, 3. Let's look at another example. Again, if we start at the tail and move 3 units to the left and then 3 units downwards, this vector A is -3, -3. So when we move to the right, it is positive, and when we move to the left, it is negative, and when we move upwards, it is positive, and when we move downwards, it is negative. Scalar multiplication. Suppose I have a vector AB, which is 4, 3, and I want to multiply it by 2. This gives 8, 6. Notice in the diagram that the vector is in the same direction as AB, and it has doubled in size. The magnitude or size of a vector. If I have a vector AB and it is denoted as xy, then the magnitude of AB is denoted as the modulus of AB, and the modulus of AB is given as the square root of x squared plus y squared. Again, if you notice, this is the formula for finding hypotenuse in Pythagoras' theorem. Now we're going to look at the unit vector of AB. The unit vector of AB is a vector that is in the same direction of AB and it has a magnitude of 1. The formula for the unit vector of AB is 1 over the magnitude of AB times the column vector AB. Let's look at a quick example. In this diagram, we see that AB is 4, 3. So the magnitude of this vector would be 5. Now we plug in these values into the unit vector formula, so we get 1 over 5 times 4, 3, and that is equal to 4/5, 3/5. Now if you look at the diagram, the unit vector is in the same direction as AB, and the size of that vector is 1.